Hey ladies and gentlemen, 2011 Chevrolet Cruze. This is a 1.4 variant. Get over here. Come on. Quit eat. Come here. Hard to make a video. We don't eat cobwebs. Okay, as I was saying, that's a 2011 Chevrolet Cruze 1.4. The lady had done, she had diagnostic done somewhere. Let me think about this for just a second. And they told her it was something about the thermostatic exchange or whatever. And anyway, they told her that she needed a thermostat, and I went ahead and I sourced a thermostat for it, for these vehicles here. We've got the AC Delco, that's what the customer had requested, and this one is a 131-180. Okay, so that is the OE thermostat for it. Anyway, I had the hood open. I opened the hood. Let me rephrase. I opened that hood, and I looked inside. Go on. Go in there. I looked inside, and there was coolant leaking. So, thermostat on these things is on the passenger side, basically, of the engine. And there is also a water outlet over here on the driver's side. So what is the difference? This is the thermostat, which has got the temp sensor, obviously for the water that's going into the engine. The other one, the outlet, is this little unit. Basically sits on the head, bolts onto the head like this. Also got a temp sensor in it. The temp sensor and the seal are more money than what the whole entire housing is. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna have to pause this video up. This here, a new puppy, my daughter's puppy, and they left went somewhere, and puppy is just running rampant over here. I'll make sure she don't get into anything. Okay. Sorry about the interruption. I gotta chase this little guy. She's all over the place. Just 7 weeks old or something, 8 weeks old, something like that. But let me grab a light. Anyway. So here's what's going on underneath. Basically, I guess what I was getting at is I've seen it leaking right away, and right there you see the antifreeze. I'm sure that the camera can probably pick up on that. You don't step in it. There's another wet spot. It's in the back side. I raised the vehicle up, of course, because here where that plastic is already pulled out somewhat. If you take a quick look, matter of fact, right there is the petcock. We can drain the coolant right there. So I'm going to put the camera back on its stand, and I'm going to go ahead and remove that plastic and get it to draining. I'll show you as soon as I let the vehicle back down. I'll show you where the coolant is that I've seen on top. Go over here. Come on, over here. Sitting there with the Zoe. Go in there. Don't sit on that concrete, dummy. Cold. These are Torx. Thought that's what I remembered. We got to take this couple of push pins, couple of Torx, whatever flavor they may be. Get out of there. 1. There we go. Crap will falling. No, you're not eating the screw either. No screws for you. Well, go in there. Go in there with Zoe. Get out from underneath and go in there with Zoe. What the heck's wrong with you? Get out of there. We can leave it hanging like that, it's not going to hurt it. I'm going to run over you. Yeah, I'm going to run over you. I'm going to run over you. Get out of there. Bad. So what I seen is actually over there, light. I've actually seen the coolant sitting right over there. It's in a little hole, and obviously, as you've seen underneath, that ain't trying to look over here. Well, sorry, got sidetracked. I like to always check things out anyway. Get your electrical connectors undone. Like I said, I got coolant right there. We're going to investigate. Get your electrical connectors undone. Undo this hose, kind of move it out to the way. 2 coolant sensors, 2 coolant temp sensors on this thing. One of them is in the return here. One of them is in the thermostat housing. Thermostat housing lives up here underneath all this. So undo your hoses. I had already loosened them up, so don't worry about that. So we can see here electrical. Let me move you around. Sorry about that. I'm going to have to zoom in. That little screen has got me down too. Can't see a whole heck of a lot on that little screen either. But right there, this is the electrical connector. But anyway, that right there is one of the electrical connectors. This doesn't bother us. We can undo this hose. Well, that wasn't clipped in. Guys, we'll have to get the camera here out of the way. Actually, I'm going to roll you around a little bit. Zoom you back out. Oop, not in, out. Well, we can still see it, I'm sure. Small screen has got me. And I don't know that I want to mess with that. No, I don't want to mess with that. Anything on these vehicles anymore seems to have these quick connects. Well, that was rather easy. Inverted torques to get this apart. the bottom hose, we get to that once we unbolt it. If you need to, have a look at your new thermostat and you see where all the screws are. E10. In this particular case here, they've decided to make the E10 a 3/8 drive, which I think is pretty stupid. This is gear wrench. Gear wrench, if you're listening, an E10 does not have to be a 3/8 drive, I don't think. Snuck past that AC line here. We are going to have to undo. Yep, I'm going to have to undo it. I hate that with a passion. And I got a sneaking idea. I know what's going to happen. Will end up breaking on me. Brittle, guys. That's brittle. That's why I don't like to do this. Things that rarely ever work. All that crap is out of plastic, and all that crap will break every time. It's like these engineers do that shit on purpose. Here is the other little hose. Let's see if we can get that off. Not looking good. We'll leave it here off to the side. I don't want to do any more. Take another chance of breaking something. One more hose on the bottom, like I said. Of course, there's a million sharp edges. I'm going to put me some gloves on. There seems to always be a million sharp edges. How they've managed to do all that is beyond me, but they managed to do it somehow. Still trying to persuade to get that hose off of there. I need to be where you're at. I know you can't see right now, but that's just too bad. Trying to caress that hose off this stupid thing. Oh me, this is the old thermostat housing, of course. Temp sensor, which is included, as I said. I am surprised, however, I am glad that I didn't break it. I figured something would break. A lot of times I don't get that lucky. A lot of times they break, so, or something breaks. Anything that's plastic, I'm not having good luck with it. Try to get that clamp as close to the original spot as possible. Of course, that new thermostat housing does have a seal in it. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna move you guys over because I'm tired of stepping in the water. I'm gonna undo the other screws right here on the side. I'm assuming that to be the same size, the same E10. Said I'm quickly getting tired of stepping into the water. Get that apart so everything can dry out. Three bolts. I hope you can see that close enough. Kind of get that off to the side. It's hard to tell. This thing is nasty. It's hard to tell what part of it was leaking. Could have been no metal on these damn cars. Could have been the temp sensor itself. That's the other one, in case anybody wonders. They call this a radiator temp sensor. At least the parts store where I just went. I don't know. It's hard to tell what's leaking on it. Like I said before, the new one actually comes with all that, so doesn't really matter. Anyway, pause the camera up. That's really how quick we can do this. I'm going to clean up the mess. Alright, sorry about that. I wanted to clean the floor up before I did anything more. The little guy, she is fast, faster than me anyway. I want to make sure that in case she rolls around out here, she don't get into something that she's not supposed to. I guess right now she's taking a nap. Taking a nap with the other one. I don't know, she wants to share a bed. Okay, so I didn't see anything on the housing itself. Like I said, I showed you the new housing. That's the new housing. We'll reverse everything. Now, the reason I opted to go with the housing, the seal in here and the thermostat, both pieces are the same money the whole entire housing is, so I just opted to go with the housing instead. And besides that, I didn't know if that may possibly be broken. Didn't know. I can't see it. Someone with better eyes is going to have to do that. These clamps are normally pretty nice, but a lot of times, or not a lot of times, sometimes I just opt to go with a regular old screw clamp. If it gets too much of a hassle to try to put these things on, I'll just use a screw clamp instead. This here is actually a good candidate because this vehicle leaking oil. Worst thing in the world when you have vehicle that's leaking oil in my book. And what I'm getting at, the hose is starting to swell. I hate that with a passion. You get these oil leaks and it just creates a living nightmare on everything that's rubber, plastic, you name it. This is a good candidate of me saying I'm done. I'm done with this clamp. I got aggravated now. We're going to go to a regular old screw clamp. I'm done. Pretty much tired of messing with it. And just in case you're wondering, if I opt to go with a screw clamp, customer don't pay for it, I'll pay for it. I'm not going to charge customer for the clamp. Just in case anybody is wondering. Make sure that your face where the seal is sitting, make sure that's clean. I did make sure that was clean, and it is. I guess I should have said that. Do this with the hand. I'm not going to snug it up with the power tool all the way. Easy when you're pulling it up. Make sure you get it pretty even. Torque spec on it, I would assume be somewhere on a 70 inch-pound scale. I'm using a super short ratchet, my little stubby. Bottom hose, the big hose, let me get you a little bit closer. Put the bottom hose on first, obviously. I'm going to let the customer know that at some point in time we really need to replace these hoses so we don't run into a problem there. I don't like it, but they're on a budget, I'm sure, like everybody else, so we'll have to go with it for right now. Put our plugs back in. Everything is wet here. I don't like that part, but put our hose back on the intake. Well, that one there, folks, that's very important. You get that hose on there exactly right. Remember, this is a turbo vehicle. Extremely important that the hoses go on right. what to do. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that part on it. I don't feel good about taking it off. I'm just going to pull the clip. Oh shoot. That's what I was talking about, because I left that on the other one. Now I did drop my clip though. Well, that wasn't the best thing in the world to do. And then I don't know where I dropped it. Okay, got it. What a friggin' mess. Here's what I'm talking about. This is why I'm having such a hard time. This thing is full of oil, as you see on the bottom. It's hard to latch on to anything, as you well know. Crap gets that oily, it's always hard to do it. I did button the bottom up a while ago. Thermostat, same thing, careful. I guess fair warning, because somebody eventually will point it out. Don't drop anything in there. Not a good thing at all. So put the clips back on the way they need to be. Okay, there is the one, and there's the other one that they didn't have in there, whoever had that apart. So put it right back where it needs to be. Clip, clip, clip. Now for the big one, get it slipped back on. You can put a little bit of lubrication on it. That helps sometimes. You should hear it snap into place, which it did. Again, very, very important. This goes on correctly. So let me turn that camera around, get you a shot of this. So recap, we undid what was in the way here, undid some electrical connectors, we'll put all that back in. We replaced the bottom water outlet, put all the hoses back on, and if you look right here, that's what I'm talking about. These hoses are swelled. I will make the customer aware of that. Right now there's not in the budget to change them, which I'm sure they're fine. So take this hose, we got the big hose on the bottom back on. I did button up the bottom side, put pit cock back in. That one I generally put a little bit of grease on it, makes it go in easier. I always replace the O-ring that it's in. I am not yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, guys, because all that remains here is really to put the coolant in here. I'm going to do the same thing I always do. I use my airlift. I've got plenty of videos out there on showing you how I use that airlift tool to pull a vacuum on the system, make sure the vacuum holds up, and then fill the coolant system. So I'm not going to film that part. Guys, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, leave me some comments. Like I said, good or bad, doesn't matter. So like, dislike. I know I'm going to get some dislikes for sure. Always got them internet trolls that's got to give dislike. Heck, I had a Merry Christmas video the other day wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, and somebody disliked it too. So definitely some trolls out there. Of course, that don't bother me, whatever. I go on about it and whatever. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one.